You ever wonder why it feels sometimes like everyone else is moving ahead while you're just stuck watching on the sidelines in business? Well, it's not luck, it's not timing, and it's not the fact that they have hair and you don't have any hair. That's a real thing, too. People think, oh, they look better than me, they're older or younger or whatever. The real reason is that people get ahead in business because you are consuming and they are producing. That's the game. Producers create and consumers pay. It's just which side you happen to be on. Once you see that, it's impossible to unsee. And if you're a business owner or entrepreneur or just starting out a side hustle, seeing this will change everything for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact shift in thinking that took me from constantly learning and buying to actually producing things that make income and give me freedom. It's simple, it's not hard, but it will change you. And at the end, I'm going to give you one thing that you can do that'll blow your business up so fast, you'll say, Jake, how did you do this to me? My name is Jake Lorraine, by the way. I own High Response Marketing and I make about $4 million a year in revenue. I know that's not as impressive as many of the idiots on YouTube in the business space make, but more importantly, I have a life. I have 8 kids. I'm at every game, every function. I'm home for dinner, yet I still get paid around the clock. I go take a poop, I make $100. In 2011, way back, I bought this random marketing guide it was totally junk. I was just trying to learn how to make a product, but it was mostly garbage, but except one line in there. It was buried in there, really made me think. And it was something like successful people produce and poor people consume. I remember being in the shower that night and thinking like, holy crap, I'm a consumer. I'm buying courses and I didn't have any money. And I'm like buying all these courses. I'm watching all these other people win. I'm convincing myself that all this learning was progress, but nothing I was doing actually created anything new in the world. All this learning was just consuming. That's when it really hit me. I didn't want to be the person buying. I want to be the person that people buy from. And almost every day, I have to still tell myself that so that I stay away from bad consumption habits. Today's consumption is out of control. I mean, we wake up scrolling, we go to bed scrolling, we call it research, but really it's just a dopamine hit. It's a way to escape reality for a second. It's beautiful in a sense because you can always sell to broke people. Even when they have no money, they will still find a way to consume. That's how deep it runs. You know, someone like that who's like broke as shit, but is buying and Amazoning and just spending every dollar that they get and that gets them nowhere. They're broke, but they have all this stuff. They're getting all these packages. They're buying clothes, DoorDash, Velveeta cheese, anything that's not nailed down, they're buying, but yet they're broke. Or they're just watching the news. Like, what the hell does that do for you? For business owners, consuming is toxic. It feels productive. So you watch business videos, you watch motivational clips, podcasts, you tell yourself, oh, I'm learning, I'm learning. You read all these books, you watch my videos 100 times, but you're not moving because learning isn't the same as doing. That's why you can watch some idiot doing the same business you do and they progress faster. You're watching a competitor who's stupid and they're doing great while you're still learning a half year later, a year later. You see another business owner that's crushing it, and you're like, I'm 10 times smarter than that person. How is that fair? How's that possible? I'm smarter. They're stupid. I mean, you're probably smart. You're watching my videos, so you must be kind of smart, but you're probably too smart. You want to constantly learn things. You see shiny objects everywhere. You always feel like there's something around the corner that's going to change everything. There's some new thing. And you say, well, I'm not watching brain rot videos. I'm watching Alex Hormozy and Gary Vaynerchuk. But how's that working out for you? Producers operate differently. They wake up and they ask themselves, what am I creating today? That is like they can't wait to create something. Who am I helping? What am I creating? What am I making? For me, that meant stopping this endless hunt for the next thing to learn. You have to put blinders on. People are always amazed when they're like, "Oh my God, you didn't know about this new AI system that just came out that changes everything. Oh, you didn't know about Go High Level works. Oh, what kind of business owner are you?" That's why I can't tell you what Donald Trump did today or what Elon Musk just tweeted. Like, I don't care. I don't care how many Ukrainians just went to Israel. These things are not pushing me forward. My business, my confidence, my income all rise when my output exceeds the input. And the bigger difference that is, the bigger the effects. I promise you. So here's the challenge. Ask yourself, why are you consuming so much? You information pig. Why? Information is not going to pay the bills. It hasn't paid the bills. It's not gonna. You don't lack information. You have enough information. If you don't, I'm gonna give you something in a minute. But did you create something today that didn't exist yesterday? Or how many minutes did you spend reacting and scrolling or consuming someone else's output? That ratio is gonna tell you how far you're stuck. But it's fixable. It's all fixable. You can flip it all today. The goal isn't zero consumption. I consume plenty, but I produce 10 times that. I'm a producer. Almost everyone I know is smarter than me. I can't even do math. I know like two maths, profit margin and customer acquisition cost. That's the only two maths I know. That's why it's funny anytime I see a business owner that's like really book smart, because they're just like clueless. 99% of the time they're clueless. That's like a realtor and they're talking about KPI metrics and customer nurturing and which CRM to use. Meanwhile, the agent crushing it, their competitor, is almost always some dumb prick that just spends their whole day getting their face and their message across to people. You'll notice that in every niche at the local level. You'll be like, I'm so smart. I can't believe my competitor is so stupid. They're so dumb, but then they're crushing it because they're stupid. They're focused on producing, they're marketing, they're advertising, they're on camera, they're making shorts, they're on mailers, they're on TV, they're on billboards, while you're sitting there thinking about what metrics to use and which CRM. Here's some ideas. I almost said ideas. Dumb yourself down. Okay, prospect. Go look for customers. Make some cold calls. Put some door hangers up. You're a contractor. Go put door hangers up on all the doors down the street that you're working on, or train your employees to do it. Create a door hanger. Create a mailer. Post on social media. Introduce yourself to 5 people every day. Create guides, reports, content that would appeal to new customers, and use those in your advertising. Think of something different that you can do that your competitors can't, instead of trying to copy them. A lot of business owners, they sit there trying to copy. I got to copy this. I got to copy that. No, think of your own thing. Wake up and say, I'm going to create something of my own. Start small and just make it so that you can't finish a day without creating something, a video, a post, an idea, something that you didn't consume and thought it was productive. In the beginning of the video, I said I'd share one thing that would make a huge impact on your business. I want to share that with you. I'm going to show you how to get all the free advertising you could ever want for your local business. Or even if you don't have one, as a side hustle, just take a 6.5-inch postcard. It looks like this by 12, 6.5 by 12. It's huge. And put your business on one whole side of it, or even half, but take the whole side, and then just share it with other businesses on the other side. I like a format called community cards. It looks like this, where you have different local businesses here, and then you put your advertisement all here. Or if you're like a realtor, you can use this format, or an insurance agent, or really anything. You can use this. This is you. And then you have a couple other businesses on there, like restaurants and stuff. And you don't have to charge a lot, but all these little spaces pay for your mailing to go free. And now that pays you to get this entire thing for free. You can mail to 2,500 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. You can mail to 50,000 people every month. Free. Go around and think of the areas that your customers are living in, all your potential customers, and then you just reach them. Or you can go back and watch TikToks all day and wonder if Donald Trump's going to get you, or whatever's taking your attention and doing absolutely nothing for you. If you can watch 100 TikToks a day, you can make one for your business. If this hits home for you, my channel is literally built for you. I'll show you how to get lots of customers, how to make a great side income. So just watch this next video. It's a great one.